Sean. We need to talk. I don't really care if you're free or not. Just respond when you can.
Huh. Natalia, is something up? What's been going on anyway? This is the first time you've contacted me in 3 days. But if you have something important on the mind, then I'd much rather you talk to me in person than over text. I mean, we've barely made any time for each other recently, even though we're married.
I guess we haven't, huh? But you know what? I don't really want to spend too much time on this topic, so I'm just going to say it right now. I don't care if you prefer it to be in person. I'm only going to say it here through text.
All right. What is it?
Well, I know this might be awkward to you, but I'm pregnant with my boyfriend's child.
Wait, what? Is this some prank or something? You're literally not making any sense.
I'm saying it as clear as day, Sean. I ended up spending the night with my boyfriend who I'm dating right now, and I suppose I'm going to give birth in a few months now. So I'll be spending time with him raising our child going forward. I hope you understand. Anyways, what's done is done, so we need to get around to getting a divorce as soon as you can.
Jesus. I don't even know how to react. What do you even want me to say to that? Why did you think that was an appropriate thing to tell me over text? Isn't that something you should say in person to me?
Ugh, you're such a pain, you know that? Why are you always so prim and proper? You make everything 10 times more annoying. I literally did what I needed to do and told you what was happening. You got the news. What difference would it have made if I told you in person?
Because it's a life-changing thing? What, did you expect me to just hear all of that and accept it as if nothing was wrong in the first place?
I hate how much of a little weakling you are. Get it through your thick skull. You're pathetic, and you've been replaced.
Replaced, huh? So, that's what we're doing now.
I mean, what else do you want me to say? I bet you're going to go crying to your friends and your mom about the fact that someone much stronger than you stole your wife away now, aren't you? You're actually a joke.
Natalia, I won't just stand around and listen to all this without doing anything, you understand?
I know you're trying to act big and tough now, but you're like such a pushover, it isn't even funny. You wouldn't do anything to me, no matter how much I riled you up. Anyways, I hate just being around you. So hurry up and get the divorce so we can end this. I'm going to go live my dream life with my gorgeous husband and his adorable child now. And you don't have any place in that life. If you don't hurry up with the divorce, I'm going to ask for an even higher amount of money instead of splitting our finances by half.
Already talking about money, are we?
Well, you better enjoy being married to me while you can.
Hey, Craig. Hope you're doing well. I'm sorry. I need you to do me a favor. Oh, hey, Sean. What's up? Do you have a job for me? Yeah. I want you to do what you can to look into Natalia's new boyfriend. Whoa. Wait a second. Natalia? As in, your wife, Natalia? She has a new boyfriend? Don't tell me she was cheating on you or something. Jeez. That's rough, man. Yeah, it seems like she was getting up to some trouble behind my back. I had a gut feeling for a while now, to be honest. But she ended up blurting it all out and confessing what she'd been doing to me through text yesterday. And to make things worse, she's pregnant now with this new boyfriend of hers. I can't even believe her. Jesus, the audacity. Anyways, right now, I don't entirely have proof that she actually went through with that. I mean, I don't particularly trust her or anything at this point, but I want you to confirm if something like that actually did go down. It seems like she wants a divorce desperately for a reason or another. And if I had information about this mystery man that she's sleeping with, then I'd be able to get some sort of advantage in terms of the finances when breaking up with her. Right. Gotcha. Anyways, I know there isn't much to work with, but I'd truly appreciate it if you could help me out here. Not a problem, man. I'll do what I can. Tell you what, come down to my office after work today. We can talk about whatever you need to get off your chest. And I might as well introduce you to an insanely good lawyer while you're here. Thanks so much. You don't understand how much this means to me. All right, well, I have to go now. But I'll take you up on that offer and come by tonight after work.
Hey, what's the big holdup, Buster? When are you going to get that divorce organized? I literally left those documents on the table for you to sign, didn't I? I went out of my way to take all of my belongings out of that house while you were working so we wouldn't have to awkwardly talk. And yet you haven't done your job on your end of signing that bit of paper? How desperate are you to keep me as your wife? I literally have my boyfriend's baby on the way. I need you to divorce me before any of that happens. You understand? I'll legally make you have to pay for all of the proceedings if you're not careful. And to top it off, I'll ask for an additional payment of $10,000 per week if you keep putting it off. How does that sound? I know you work at a decent job, but even you'd struggle to pay off an amount like that, right? So, if you didn't want to become homeless, you better hurry it up. I'll be waiting! Sean! What did I say last time? A week has gone by like that and you still haven't signed the divorce documents. You know what that means. You're going to love this. Time for your little punishment. While you've been lazy lounging on your butt, I'll be legally asking for you to pay me $20,000 for the 2 weeks you've wasted. I told you clear as day. You don't want that punishment to get an additional $10K, do you? You better hurry up and finish your end of the deal then. Like I said, I can't marry the man of my dreams until you go ahead and cut it off with me. I don't know if you knew this, but women can't actually get married for the next 100 days after divorce. It's stupid, but it's the law. I'm going to give birth in a few months, so you better hurry up if you don't want this to get any messier. And I prefer to be in a wedding dress when I don't look visually pregnant, thank you very much. So get off that couch and hurry up! Guess what day it is today? That's right. Another week has gone by since the last time we talked. You know what that means. 30 grand coming into my bank account. God, you're really considerate, aren't you? But no amount of money you throw at me will bring me back. Oh, I love how much of a pushover you are. You are an awful husband, but you're pretty good at being a disposable money dispenser. I don't know how much longer you'll last, though. 30 grand out of your account surely must hurt. I keep telling you this, but I want to marry my boyfriend before I give birth. You better hurry up and send the documents in. I'm getting real annoyed at you.
Natalia, we need to talk.
Oh, look at you. Did you finally realize that there's nothing you can do to keep me in your life and you're going through with the divorce? Huh? Is that what all of this is about?
No, that isn't it, actually. Truth be told, I haven't even touched that divorce paper ever since you left it there.
Well then, why are you texting me? Huh?
In order to fully go through with this divorce in a justified way, I'm collecting up evidence so that I can truly prove this mystery man of yours exists.
Why would you go through something so tedious? You realize you still owe me $30,000.
We'll see about that. Anyways, you know Craig, don't you? Remember what he does for a living? He runs a detective agency, if you forgot.
I guess that rings a bell. What does that have to do with any of this?
Well, you divorcing me without me having all of the information about the whole situation would be silly of me to do, as you could just run off with all the money.
What are you talking about? You were slow with it and now you owe me a fortune. That's all there is to it.
I want to go through with splitting up with you after everything gets cleared up, so you don't end up pulling off some shady business.
Why would I need to do anything shady? What's done is done. And our relationship is finished. You could have looked into me after we split up, but I guess you were too much of a coward to admit that you had been replaced. If you had just acted quicker, you wouldn't have owed me all of that money, but it's too late now. You really are super lame, aren't you? If anything, you're trying to figure out a way to run away and come out on top, aren't you?
You're still going on about that $30,000 that I'm apparently going to pay you, huh?
Of course I am. I'm in every right to demand that much from you. Though if you're not careful, that could easily rack up to $40,000 in a few days' time. You better act quick if you don't want that to happen. As much as I'd love to increase the price day by day, I'll be nice and give you an offer to end the marriage with $30,000 if you call it off now.
Wait, are you sure you want to make the divorce agreement $30,000?
Huh? What? Don't tell me that you're not into paying all of your money to me or something.
I'm saying, are you okay with making our divorce procedures have a $30,000 budget? Are you going to be all right?
Wait. Are you trying to say that I'll be paying you that much after this divorce? Dream on!
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
No. You can't be serious, can you? You really think I'd pay you a single cent? You're nothing more than a pushover.
Oh no, I'm dead serious.
You're joking. Why would I need to do any of that?
What's so funny, All I'm saying is you won't be the one with the last laugh at this rate.
Have you lost a screw in your head or something? I have no idea why you think you'll make me pay you.
I'm only telling you the truth, and I'm letting you know so you won't be surprised later on.
Well, clearly you're not understanding what's going on here. What's happening is that you owe me money, and that's final.
Well, time will tell. We'll see what will happen very shortly.
Look, you have a full-time paying job, so I will get more of an advantage in the divorce as I require the money more than you. So you will be paying me no matter what. And because you decided to be slow playing detective over there, you now owe me $30,000. I better see it in my bank account soon. God, you make me laugh. Anyways, I do not intend to lower that price at all. So you better be prepared.
What are you on about? You do realize that automatically the person who cheats in their relationship has to pay for the full divorce fee with the right amount of evidence.
Wait, what?
It's not based on who has the higher wage or gender or anything.
Oh, come on now. What sort of bluff is that? I know the government will be on my side since you earn more than me.
I don't know where you got any of that information, but none of that is correct. You can look up whatever you want online. It's not going to do you any good. Or do you want to contact a lawyer on your end? Go right ahead. You'll end up at the same answer. If anything, you'll probably end up running into articles of women who think they have the upper hand from their gender and end up having to pay a ton because they misunderstood. That's word for word what's happening here between the two of us, huh? Ironic, if you think about it that way.
Huh? I didn't hear about this. How is this fair?
Well, you were the reason that this marriage ended up failing. Anyways, that does it. You and your new boyfriend will be paying for all of the expenses. I'm sure it won't end up being a $30,000 fee like you thought it was going to be. But I'm sure you both will need to chip in to pay around $7,000 at the very least.
Wait, that much?
Well, that was the price that an expert in the field told me, so I'm sure it'll end up being something around that. Now, do you understand all of that?
Wait. You can't do this to me.
And why is that?
Because I thought you were going to pay for all of that and give me the money that we agreed on. I already spent money on a high-end wedding dress and all of these expensive baby products, too. I've even gone ahead and bought expensive bags, shoes, wallets, you name it. Oh no, what did I do? I used my credit card, so I need to pay it all back in a month. I need that money.
Well, that doesn't seem to be my problem. You dug your own grave.
No!
You literally used money that you didn't even have on you just because you decided that I was going to suddenly pay you all of that money for taking too long to sign a divorce paper. When did I ever agree to any of that? I knew you were stupid when it came to spending money, but I never knew you were this bad.
Oh, we don't need to go through with the divorce.
Are you okay? Did you hit your head or something? What's with the change in attitude?
No, I'm saying, for your sake, I'll be with you if you'd like. I'll break up with my boyfriend. How about that? And we can say that you're the father of this child that's inside of me.
What are you on about? You sound crazy.
There's no reason to turn down an opportunity like this, right? I mean, you love me after all. You can have a happy family with me and raise a beautiful baby, too. And we won't have to go through all of that divorce drama. And then everything will be sunshine and rainbows.
You are absolutely delusional. You know that. Why would I want to raise some other guy's baby?
No, but you'd be able to be my husband again.
Only for you to divorce me in a few years when you meet another attractive guy?
No, I promise I won't do that. You have my word.
Your word means nothing, and I think I understood that over this whole situation.
But how will I have enough money to raise this baby inside of me?
So, it's all for the money, isn't it? Look, I feel very sorry for that child inside of you. I truly do. But I don't have any responsibility in raising a baby that I had nothing to do with.
I'm saying we can go back to the way things were, though.
And I don't want to go back to that life.
Why not? I don't get you.
I don't have a shard of love I can give towards you after all that you did to me. I did nothing wrong to you, and yet you betrayed me in broad daylight. Why should I suddenly forgive your selfish actions just because you're in financial trouble?
No, you can't do this. What should I do then? I don't know how I can pay off all of the things I've bought.
Well, there's always your parents that you could cry to, I suppose. Good luck explaining this whole situation to them, though.
Huh? I can just come up with an excuse where I need money.
Well, I've contacted them about you cheating on me. I think they've connected the dots in terms of the rest of the story.
Wait, you told them?
Oh, and I'm pretty sure that if you don't pay off the divorce payments, they legally have to pay it all off. So you better pay up or you'll be in debt to your own parents for years to come. I can tell you now that they won't be too happy about that.
Huh? No way.
Anyways, I'm off. Good luck talking to your parents.
Hey, Sean. I just wanted to talk for a bit. My son was born, you see, and I wanted to ask you for child support money. I don't really have anywhere else to go, unfortunately. My boyfriend broke up with me and found another girl that he got with. So I know this is awkward, but Sean, I'd love to get your help. Sean? Hey, you're not going to just leave me like this, right?
A lot happened after all of that. But firstly, Natalia tried to legally get me to pay for child support, which ended up failing due to me not being linked to her child in any way. But she kept on trying to contact me in order to get some money. I'm sure she's still in debt from her parents. I moved houses to a faraway city, so I'm not worried about her stalking me to my new home in any way. But just in case, I got a lawyer to approve a restraining order on her to play it extra safe. Natalia's parents apologized to me about the whole situation, and just like I predicted, she is working to pay off her loan bit by bit in a nearby part-time job while raising her child. Though I think the only people doing the raising of the child are her parents in actuality. I'm sure there's a lot that she regrets, but these are all the consequences of her own actions. She had it all, from a loving husband to a great house, but she decided to selfishly end it all for nothing.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to see more stories uploaded daily.
Alicia, it's been a year since you married my son, David. And now it's been a month since we started living together. Don't you think it's about time to start learning to cook a proper meal? At least one? I'm there in the kitchen with you every day, and I even give you advice. Why is it that you can't seem to improve? Especially this morning's breakfast. Just what on earth was that? I told you how to do the eggs, but you just ignored me and did your own thing. The yolk was practically raw. It was just nasty. That's really all I can say about it. How can you be someone's wife and not know how to cook? Miss Barbara, I would appreciate it if you wouldn't blow my phone up with complaints in the middle of the day like this. I'm at work, and this is the time of day we're most busy. Well, you never read my messages when I send them in the morning, so I chose to message you around noon. You always answer around this time. I'm sure you could figure something like that out. There's something else I'd like you to figure out too. Anyways, you need to learn how to cook better. Nothing you've made ever tasted good. Not to mention the lunch you made for me this morning. Who is the one who still ends up eating everything up, though? Ugh! Not like I have a choice. I'm really sorry, but I'm quite busy today. I finish work at 5 p.m., if you want to talk then. What? Are you trying to put this conversation off for later? We need to talk about this right now. When I'm at work, I have to do work. I'm sure that's pretty obvious. I really have to go back, or it could get bad. Please excuse me. Hey, listen to me. I'm not finished talking to you. This is extremely important. Tell your boss that you have a family emergency. We need to talk about this. What happens when you have children? How are you going to raise them if you can't cook? I want to talk about this because I'm concerned for your future. Alicia? Unbelievable. It looks like I'm going to have to really discipline you once and for all. Miss Barbara, were you the one who threw my stew in the sink disposal? Yes, I threw that away. Is there a problem? Is there a problem? Yes, there is! I prepared it from last night because I knew I'd come home too late to make dinner tonight. Why did you do that? Goodness, I guess you're finally home, are you? It took you long enough. I thought you said you were finished at 5. It's after 7. If you cook food the night before, of course it's going to taste bad. I just saved you the trouble by throwing it away in advance. It could have already gone rotten. It could have given us all food poisoning. That's too risky. I had to throw it away. First of all, it was in the fridge. It's not even summer or anything, so it wouldn't even go bad that easily. Plus, you shouldn't be wasting that much food in the first place. If you don't like my cooking, nobody's forcing you to eat it. You don't have to. How could you throw away the whole thing? I really can't believe you would do that. What are we going to eat tonight? Thanks to you, we don't have anything in this house to eat. Nothing you make is even close to edible. I'm going out to eat with my friends tonight. I won't even have to worry about trying to stomach your terrible cooking. Excuse me? It's my fault? I spent hours preparing that stew last night just for you to throw it all away. And now you're going out to eat? I don't want to get sick eating your food, so I'm going to a nice Italian restaurant with my girls. Well, I hope you've learned your lesson this time. Next time, you should cook the food right before we're supposed to eat it. Nobody wants your rotten overnight food. David, are you busy right now? Can we talk?
Sure, I'm on the train home right now. Should be about 20 minutes. Tonight we're having the stew you cooked last night, right? I love your stew. It's so good. I can't wait. But anyways, what's up? Is everything okay?
Well, we would have been having that if your mom didn't throw it away.
Wait, what?
When I got home, I saw the whole thing thrown down the sink disposal. She didn't even bother to wash it down the sink, so it was completely just to piss me off. She wasn't there when I got home. I texted her and asked her about it, and she proudly told me she was the one who threw it away.
What the heck? What did she do that for? My mom was never the type to waste food.
She said it's rotten since I made it last night. That's why she threw it out, even though it was in the fridge. Can you believe that?
No frickin' way. Are you serious?
I am serious. So I'm sorry, but I won't be able to cook anything by the time you get home.
Damn. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not your fault. Sorry about my mom. I never knew she could act like this.
I don't understand why she hates me so much. I've been nothing but polite and nice to her. This past month, she's just been picking on me for absolutely no reason.
She's probably still upset about her divorce from my dad. I agreed with her living with us after the divorce, but it looks like that wasn't a great idea after all. And even if I try to tell her what she did was wrong, she's just going to fight back and everything's going to get out of hand. There's no point. I'm so sorry, Alicia. I really don't know what to say. If I knew she was going to treat you like this, I never would have said yes to living with her.
Don't blame yourself, babe. I thought it was a good idea because we would be saving money by moving back with her. Plus, I kind of felt bad that she would be living by herself in that big house. Besides, you're not the one who needs to apologize. I appreciate it, though. I just don't know what I'm going to do about dinner tonight.
It would be tough to try and cook something now, wouldn't it? Do you want to order something? Or how about we go out to get something to eat?
Are you sure? I know you're probably tired from work and just want to rest at home, right? We can order something.
Nah, I'm fine. Plus, it doesn't sound like Mom is at home anyways, so why not? It would be nice to go out for a little date once in a while, too. Oh, I just remembered. I have a long weekend off from work starting tomorrow. So, let's go grab some drinks, too.
Oh yeah, so do I. Yeah, that sounds good. There's also some things I want to talk about, but I never got the chance because she was always around, so yeah.
Got you. Can you come to Oak Station and we can meet up at the lion statue outside? Can you get here in half an hour? Maybe we can check out that new tapas place. And then we can hit the bar after?
Yeah, that's fine. See you in half an hour.
Great. Dinner and drinks will be on me. See you in a bit.
Hey, Alicia. I know you said you would be going back to your parents' house today, but did you leave already? It's so early. If you're leaving first thing in the morning, don't you think you should have made my breakfast, lunch, and dinner in advance? What am I supposed to eat? I don't even think it's appropriate for you to just leave the house on a weekend like this in the first place. Don't you have chores and things to do here? If you have time to waste and fool around, then you should be at home working on your cooking skills. What do you think you're doing? Alicia! You aren't leaving me on red, are you? I'm pretty sure I see the 2 ticks are blue. On WhatsApp. That means that you've read my messages, right? Are you ignoring me? Oh, you are you? How dare you ignore me when I'm talking to you? Just wait until you get home. I'll give you a proper talking to. What a rude girl you are. And I won't stop until you give me a proper apology. You better be prepared. Alicia! Why aren't you home yet? What is going on? Where are you? How can a wife be out so late? What will David think? Have you thought about that? What are you doing? It's already 8 p.m. Won't you consider having some type of decency? Or did you just get lost or something on the way home? Where are you right now? I'll pick you up since you clearly can't manage to get home on your own. What are you going to do about dinner? If you don't come home and make dinner, I'll starve to death. And it's not just cooking either. Since you've been out all day, the laundry and dishes have been piling up. The floors need to be wiped and the garden needs to be watered. Come home right now. Or give me your location so I can come get you. Alicia! Alicia! Who gave you permission to stay out all night? What kind of wife are you? Regardless of it being your parents' house, it's just common courtesy to at least tell me you wouldn't come home. Instead, you're over there reading my messages and ignoring me. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you basic etiquette as well as cooking. I can't believe I have to teach a grown woman such as yourself these things. What time are you coming home today? You are coming home today, right? Alicia? You better come home today. And it better be by noon. It's too late for breakfast. So you will be back in time to make my lunch. Alicia! Do you really plan on not coming home tonight either? I've had enough of this. What is wrong with you? I didn't want to have to do this, but it looks like I have to have a talk with David about getting a divorce from you. You leave me no choice. You've really done it this time. I hope you're ready. Alicia! Give me a break! Why won't you answer me? It says you've seen the messages, so are you just watching me talk to myself? I know you are seeing my messages. Answer me! Alicia, you and David are getting a divorce. I've had enough. I haven't discussed it with David yet, but once I tell him what you've done, I'm sure he'll agree with me. I know you were probably spending the long weekend at your parents' house relaxing and stretching your legs or what have you, but you've really dug your own grave. Miss Barbara? Huh? Oh, now you decide to answer me. Are you ever coming back home? I'm coming home today. Right. Glad to know you remembered where you live. Even though I'm sure you're aware that you no longer have a place in this home. I assume you're prepared for the divorce. Alicia! You've been gone for 3 whole days, and the minute you come back, you've gone out again. And you said you're going out for dinner. Is that a problem? Absolutely! What about my dinner? That's very selfish of you. As my daughter-in-law, I expect you to cover for the time you've been absent. And that includes cooking my dinner. So you have to come home right this instant and make my dinner. Don't forget all the chores that have been piled up. You don't have time to be going out to eat. Right now! Come on! What? I will not make your dinner. It's a waste. What? A waste? How is it a waste? Absolutely. A waste of time and a waste of food. All you want to do is use my cooking as an excuse to mistreat me. Isn't that right? I still haven't forgiven you for throwing out my stew. Why would I cook for someone who just wants to throw my food out anyways? That's why I'm telling you to learn and practice your cooking so I don't have to throw it out. You're the one who is wasting ingredients by making terrible food. Okay. So for the entire 3 days I wasn't there, you didn't cook once? Is that correct? Cooking for the family is the wife's job. Okay. So you basically starved yourself even though there's meat in the freezer that you could have cooked yourself. By the way, do you know what David's been eating these past 3 days? It seems as though he's been eating out every day. He did that so I didn't have to cook anything. He was thinking about me. My son is so amazing. But then he has a wife like you. That's so embarrassing. I can't wait for him to divorce you.
Mom, it's David.
Oh, David. You have to listen to this. It's about Alicia. She was gone for 3 whole days and didn't leave any food for me.
Yeah, she said she won't make food for you anymore, didn't she?
Oh, you've heard. Isn't that outrageous? I can't believe she'd say that to me.
I'm with her right now. She told me everything that happened this past week.
What? You're with her right now? Where are you? Did you go to a restaurant or something?
No, we're not at a restaurant. I'm having dinner at her parents' house with her family.
What? Her parents' house? You're there? Why are you eating there?
For the past 3 days, I've been eating the food that Alicia and her mom made together.
Wait, just what do you think you're doing? I can't believe she'd make you eat such disgusting food. My David, you poor thing. Are you feeling sick? You should call a doctor as soon as you can. I don't want you to get food poisoning.
Her family's food is disgusting? Interesting you should say that. Ever since you got married to Dad, You've been relying on Alicia's family's food.
What? What does that mean?
Dad and I kept watching you, but you never realized that we found out.
What do you...
Did you really not realize? This whole time?
Realize what?
Remember those side dishes you always used to brag about making yourself? We noticed you've been getting them from this restaurant around the corner from the train station. You've been buying them from this restaurant ever since you and Dad got married, which was not too long before I was born.
Wait. No, that's not true. How did you...
And guess what? It turns out that Alicia's uncle and his wife, and Alicia's mom, run that restaurant.
What?
And for your information, Alicia has learned to cook through her family and has learned to keep the taste of the restaurant in her cooking. So when she cooks with you in the kitchen, that's what she's making.
I don't believe it. Her family owns that restaurant. I've never seen her working there or anything, though.
They have different people to deal with customers. Alicia works in the kitchen all day, so that's why you don't see her. In other words, the food that you've been feeding Dad and I for over 20 years and passing it off as your own cooking is the same food you threw down the sink the other day just because Alicia made it. All you wanted to do was torment her because you don't like the fact that we're married. You'll tell her all day how disgusting her food is, but when she's not looking, you're eating up every last bit of it. That's very malicious of you.
No, I didn't mean for that to happen.
Then what were you trying to do?
I didn't know that Alicia cooked at that restaurant. I've never seen her there, so how was I supposed to know?
It doesn't matter if you knew or if you didn't. The fact that you threw away her food just because you didn't like her will never change.
Wait, David.
Well, I guess that means that we won't be living with you anymore. We've already been discussing it, and we just closed on a new apartment. We'll be moving out as soon as next Tuesday.
Wait, what? No. It's only been a month since we started living together. You can't just leave. What about me? Are you really going to leave me by myself?
My own wife is being tormented and you expect me to just sit and pretend it's not happening? I can't do that. We can't stay with you anymore.
I'll stop. I won't do it anymore. I promise. I'm sorry.
I know how you are. Once you have an opinion on something, it's never easy for you to change it. So I can't expect you to just love Alicia out of nowhere. I can't trust you enough.
What do you mean? I can change. Why won't you trust me?
First of all, the fact that you bought food from a restaurant and pretended you made it for over 20 years. You've lied to us for that whole time. I can't trust someone who would keep lying like that for so long. And it's not only that, either. It would just be really hard to live with you after you tormented Alicia this whole month. Even if you were nice to her afterwards, we still know you're being fake.
I won't do things like that from now on. And I won't be fake. I'll be nice to her. I swear.
I don't care what you say. We can't live with you anymore. We already made the arrangements to move out. Like I said, we already signed the lease for our new apartment.
What? Your father cheated on me and divorced me, and now you're just going to leave me by myself? You're going to leave me too? Don't you feel sorry for me in the slightest? This is how you treat your own mother.
Well, Dad was wrong for cheating on you, and I'm not taking his side or anything, but I can't say I don't get why he did cheat. The lady was good at cooking, after all. Men think with their stomachs, as they say.
What? How dare you?
Dad didn't say anything about it, but he definitely knew that the food you gave us was from the restaurant. We were just waiting to see how long it would take for you to realize that we already found out.
No way. How could you do this to me?
If I'm being serious, I think you did this to yourself. But anyways, back to what we were talking about before. The reason why Alicia didn't cook for you the past 3 days. She was hoping that you would realize how lucky you were to have someone serve you a home-cooked meal every day. But you spent the whole 3 days tormenting her, and you didn't even stop to think about how much she's done for you. You never thought to say thank you to her. Not even once. So I'm sorry, but we can't do this anymore. We can't stay with you.
Wait, David. I am grateful to her. And I'm positive I've said thank you to her before. I just wanted to teach her to be better. I wanted the best for her.
How can you teach her to be better when you don't even know how to cook yourself? You've been claiming another restaurant's food as your own for over 20 years. Anyways, now that you're on your own, I want you to properly reflect on what you've done. I hope you realize how terrible you've been to Alicia.
David! Wait!
Bye.
A couple days after that, David and I moved out of Miss Barbara's house. We were able to move into our new apartment, but leading up to that, Miss Barbara wasn't taking it very well. When we were in the process of moving out, she would do things like empty our boxes of clothes and put the clothes back in the drawers. She also tried to cancel the moving trucks that we reserved, and other childish things like that. She even tried to grab the lease out of my hands to rip it up. This got David so angry that he ended up screaming at her that he was going to cut ties with her. And even after we moved out, she kept coming into both my restaurant and David's workplace to make a scene. We had to call the police on her. She was sued for damages due to police activity and damage to property. So in order to cover that cost, she had to start working. Her elder sister was able to get her a job at their jewelry store, but she and her sister have not been on good terms. She spends her days working under surveillance in that store, working with someone who she doesn't like, feeling inferior and regretting all that she's done. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. See you in the next video.
Hi, Tracy. Happy New Year.
Hello, Penelope. How are you? Thank you for coming over during Christmas. I'm so happy that I was able to see Clint.
That's good, but that will be the only time you get to see him this year.
What? Why is that?
Well, I think that once a year is enough. It's a long way for us to travel, so going over for every holiday isn't plausible. We are happy to get Christmas presents from everyone. But to be honest, it's getting hard to put on happy attitudes and fronts for mediocre gifts.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry that we're making you do that. You don't have to pretend. As family, I appreciate the honesty. Next time, you can be more relaxed. Just think of my home like your home. As for the gift, I will do better. Maybe you can prepare a list for me?
No, I don't think that is possible. The problem can't be resolved that easily.
You might be right about that. But I think that you can probably express your thoughts a little more better.
No, the best way is to be direct, or else you won't be able to understand. I'm doing this for your sake. I don't want any misunderstandings. You should thank me for being so considerate.
Unfortunately, you still aren't all that clear. What exactly are you trying to say?
I would prefer it if we didn't stay in contact. Okay, maybe not no contact at all, but I want to keep it to the bare minimum. Like, you don't have to come to Clint's birthday parties. You can just send your gifts by mail. Priority mail would be preferred. Or if you want to send birthday money, you can just transfer it into my account.
Is that right?
Yeah. Same goes for texting. I don't need you to make small talk. Just say what you have to say. But also keep that to a bare minimum too. Just send me important information and that's it. Oh, and this isn't just for me. I want minimal contact between you and Damien as well.
What? That I am his mother? This is a bit sudden. Why are you asking us to do this?
Well, when you text Damien, he feels obligated to send a text back. That gets really annoying real quick, so I don't want to do that anymore. I know he's your oldest son, but could you stop relying on him? He has his own family to take care of now. He doesn't have time for you. We're busy people.
I didn't think I was relying on him too much. It definitely wasn't my intention. I'm sorry if I made you both feel that way. The last thing I wanted to be was a burden on you guys. but it's pretty sad to think of not seeing you guys anymore. I thought that Clint was just starting to get used to us. I would hate if he forgets about us.
That's just your imagination. He hasn't gotten used to you at all. Actually, I don't think he likes you very much.
Well, that kind of hurts. But I think that you are the one that doesn't like us very much, not Clint.
Does it really matter? My child shares the same opinion as me. He likes what I like and he hates what I hate.
Penelope, why is it that you hate me this much? It's going to be very difficult to go low contact with you. Your family is a big part of our family. Damien is my son. I am his mother. He can't stay away from me. Our relationship should never change. If he needs me, I'll always be there for him. Even though you're his wife, I don't think you have a right to stop him from having a relationship with his own mother. You can't stop us from contacting each other.
Only on really super special family occasions will I allow you to see my family.
Allow? They need your permission. You're giving my son permission to contact his own mother. Don't you think that that is a little absurd?
Not at all. Why should Damien even need to contact you that often? He's a full-grown man. He doesn't need you anymore and he has his own family to take care of. He doesn't even need to see you that often either. I don't see any reason why he would even need to see you more than once a year. That is absurd to me.
Well, my husband passed away a few years ago, so now I live alone. But you know that already. Damien doesn't say it outright, but he is probably worried about me living alone.
So what? It's not a big deal that you live alone. You're a grown woman. You can take care of yourself. Wouldn't it even be better if he left you alone? The last thing I want is to have you move in with us or something. That would be a complete nightmare.
A nightmare? You really aren't holding back, are you? Talking to you has been quite shocking to my system. You don't beat around the bush. I might be fine now, but I am getting older. Even though I don't want to admit it myself, I will be needing more assistance in living as the years go by.
That just sounds like charity work to me. Anyway, I don't plan on letting you see Clint from now on, so don't even bother asking. And don't contact us until you really need to. Essentially, I don't want to hear from you, and it would be better if you don't contact us at all. But I will allow important messages only.
Now just wait a minute. You won't let me see my grandchild, and you're restricting contact to emergencies only. Don't you think that those conditions are too harsh? I don't think I did anything to deserve this sort of treatment. If there was something that I did that you didn't like, you can tell me about it. I'll stop. By the way, did you decide on all this by yourself? Shouldn't Damien have a say in this too? We are a family. We can talk things out.
No, we can't talk things out. We're done talking here. Those are the conditions, so take it or leave it. If we keep talking like this, you're only going to tire me out more.
Oh, I see. It's actually the same for me. I feel that the conversation isn't going anywhere either, and that we'll just exhaust ourselves on this topic. I'm going to be talking to Damien about this, though.
Hey, Ma. You called me earlier today. Wait, let me guess. Is this about Penelope?
Hello, dear. Oh, so you already know. Yes, it is about her. She wasn't being shy at all when she was talking to me today. She basically wants to cut all contact with me.
Yeah, I know already. She said something about it yesterday.
It seems that she doesn't like me at all. She even wants me to stop talking to you. She can't do that, right? And Clint, she doesn't want me to see my own grandchild.
That pretty much sums up what she said to me, too. There was something that happened during Christmas that she didn't like. I think it was the food. She didn't like something you made, or there was an ingredient that she doesn't like. I forgot which one. She thinks you did that on purpose to irritate her.
What? Just because of that? If she didn't like something, she could have just told me. Of course I wouldn't have done that on purpose. She's really so bent out of shape about something like that. What is she thinking?
To be honest, I don't really know. But I didn't want to poke the beehive by saying anything, so I'm just going to let her do what she wants. Just leave her be for now. She might get over it.
Leave her be? But even if I do that, there's no guarantee that she'll change. Besides, she was the one that wants to start a fight. I'm just trying to defend myself here. I didn't do anything wrong.
Just please don't send her flying off the handle, because I'm going to have to suffer through her episodes. Same with you, Ma. Make sure you're monitoring your blood pressure levels when you deal with her too.
And whose side are you on?
Side? I can't choose a side. That's a lose-lose situation. I'm just standing in the middle and hoping I don't become a casualty.
You can't be that wishy-washy.
What the hell do you think you're doing? Have you gone senile or something? You better stop that right away.
Excuse me, what kind of way is that to greet someone? It is incredibly rude for you to talk to anyone like that, much less your family. You need to think before you say things like that to anyone.
No, don't put the blame on me. This is your fault. You still want to play games?
I have no idea what you're talking about. What games?
You're still contacting Damien even though I specifically told you not to. Leave him alone.
Damien happens to be my son. That's how families work.
I explicitly told you to cut it out. Did you not understand?
You did say that, but I don't remember agreeing to your terms.
See? This is what I'm talking about. You're playing silly games. You're making me really angry. You think that you can do anything you want just because you're older. You boomers are so entitled. God, I really hate you so much, you old bag. This is why I don't want to talk to you anymore. This is why I don't want you anywhere near my son.
Okay, fine. I'll just need to change my will then. I'll be leaving everything to Freddie and his wife instead.
What? That's not fair.
You shouldn't be talking about fair. I don't think you understand what that word means. I've had enough of you anyway. I'm done with this attitude of yours. Damien will be losing out on his portion of the inheritance, but that's his fault for choosing such a nasty wife. I had planned on giving Damien a bit more since Freddie is doing quite well for himself and Freddie's wife makes quite a bit of money herself too. It looks like Freddie is all set to take over the company, you know.
Whoa, wait a minute. What are you talking about?
Well, I guess I'll let you in on some family information. It appears Freddie is being groomed to take over his current company. He has a real knack for the business and everyone seems to like him. Because of that, he had suggested I give his part of the inheritance to Damien since Clint will need the money for college one day.
You were going to pay for Clint's college?
Yes. I was about to put it in a trust and give it to Clint on his 18th birthday. I'm also in the middle of revising my will with my lawyers. I was planning on providing Clint with a life where he would never have to worry about money.
You're lying. You're only saying that to bait me. This can't be true. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to confuse me. This is just a ploy for you to try to see your grandchild.
Of course I would love to have a relationship with him. That's true. I'm happy to give money to my family, but if you don't want me to be in your family, you can't exactly just expect handouts from me. You're the one that wants to cut things off between us. And Damien has seemed to have lost his spine. He isn't standing on either side in this little rife of ours. It doesn't matter anymore anyway. I'm tired of all this fighting, so I'm going to end it soon. You already made your feelings for me so abundantly clear. And I'm tired of the way you've been treating me. As much as I would love to help my grandson, I'm scared of how he will turn out because he has you for a mother. I'm not that selfless that I can just hand money over to Clint and not think of all the things you said to me.
I had no idea that there was that much money involved. That changes everything. Exactly how much is in this inheritance? How much are we talking about?
I'm not going to tell you the exact amount, but suffice to say, Clint would have a very nice head start on his future.
Really? That much? And you're giving it all to Clint?
I was planning to, but I'm not going to anymore. He has his mother to thank for that. You won't even let me see him, so there's no point in talking about it. Why would I give that much money to a grandchild that I will never see again? It's just something that I can't justify doing. I'll just give it to Freddie instead. Him and his wife still talk to me and even try to come see me as often as they can. Well, that's all I have to say. Now we can just cut all ties instead of your silly conditions.
Please wait, Tracy. No, please wait, Mum.
What? You're considering me your mum now? Before, I was nothing but an annoying old woman to you. You were the one that brought up going low contact. I'm just helping you achieve what you want. I'm also going to take it further and go no contact. That way, you never have to deal with me again. I won't even contact Damien. That is what you wanted, right?
That was what I wanted before, but that was before I knew about the inheritance and the money. I'm going to talk to Damien about it later, so let's not act too rashly now. I didn't know that you were going to help Clint out that much. You should have told me sooner. It was my mistake. I made assumptions that I shouldn't have. It's just a misunderstanding. It could happen to anyone.
Mistake. Misunderstanding. What was it that you misunderstood? I think you were the one that was controlling the narrative here. You wanted Damien all to yourself. You wanted him to do whatever you wanted him to do. You wanted to isolate him from his family so that he would only listen to you. That was why you wanted to go low contact, isn't it?
No, it wasn't for anything like that.
If that wasn't the reason, then what was it? Go ahead and explain it to me. You already made it crystal clear that you don't like me. You even called me an old bag and a boomer. You didn't want to talk to me anymore and even ended our conversation. I don't know if I can deal with that attitude of yours any longer.
And I wholeheartedly agree. My attitude was horrendous, and I apologize for the way I talked to you before. It was my mistake.
What a completely different tune you're singing in such a short time.
What do you mean? I'm just trying to do the right thing.
So am I. You asked for me to get out of your lives. I'm going to follow your wishes and do exactly that. From today on, we're no longer family. I won't be a bother to you anymore. I won't even contact you when there is an emergency. If we're going to do something, we might as well do it in full. We will be complete strangers from now on.
What? Wait a minute. We're not done yet.
We're not. Was there something else? I'm just following and respecting your request. I thought you were ready to face any and all consequences when you were so willing to cut me off.
Consequences? What consequences? I didn't think about that at all. How can there be consequences? I'm not ready to deal with any of it. I swear to God, I didn't know anything about inheritance. If there was money involved, I wouldn't have wanted to cut contact. You should have told me earlier.
Oh, really? And why would I want to do that? It's only normal to think about stuff like wills and inheritance at my age. Wanting to cut off your relationship with me would mean that you won't have access to any of my money. Well, you proved that you're only a gold digger, but also completely shameless with no respect for family.
No, that's not who I am. I am none of those things. It's just that things have changed. Exactly how much money will we get? Are we still part of it?
See, this is what I mean when I say you're shameless. Your sudden change in attitude is so transparently for money that it's almost more shocking than your initial rudeness. Ever since I brought it up, you've been nicer to me, but nothing has changed. You still don't like me. You're so easy to read. I know what you're thinking and what you're trying to do.
No, it's nothing like that. It's not what you think. I just thought that I let my temper get the best of me and what I said was out of line. I take it all back. Your grandson, Clint, loves you so much. He would be so sad if he couldn't see his beloved granny anymore. We'll take him to visit you as much as we can. We'll bring him over every time you want to see him. You'll have such a good time together.
That's the complete opposite of what you said to me before, though. I don't think I can believe anything you say anymore. Who knows when you will change your mind again. Sorry, but it doesn't matter what you say or do now. I'm not going to change my mind. You can't take it back.
But that's not what I'm doing. I'm just apologizing for what I said and the hurt feelings I've caused you. We are family. We should get along together and help each other out. You'll be there for me and I'll be there for you. You know?
But not too long ago, you messaged me just to say that you hate me. That's not something that I can forget so soon. You can try to unsend all those messages if you want, but I've already seen them. So there's no point of doing that now.
What are you talking about? I didn't do that. You're always misunderstanding me. Maybe you're just feeling tired. That's why we need to talk more. We need to get to know one another better.
I've had it with you already. You've already shown me your true colors. I've already talked to Damien about this matter as well. I don't want to interact with you in any way anymore, and I don't want to talk to Damien anymore either.
What? You would do that to your own son?
Yes, of course I would. To me, he made a decision when he didn't choose a side. I already told him about my plan to give everything to Freddie, so I don't have anything else to say to you or him. Whatever happens to the two of you from now on has nothing to do with me now.
Please, I'm really sorry. It was all my fault. You can put all the blame on me. I didn't know that you would have money to leave for us. I just let some silly things get to my head. I'm so sorry for my attitude. I won't talk to you like that ever again.
You need to learn to be careful with what you say. Words can also have consequences. They can't just be taken back once you have said them. For me, it's already too late. No matter how much you apologize, the damage has been done.
Please wait. Don't end it like this. We can start over. We can fix this. We can smooth this over. Please.
It's already too late. I'm not going to change my mind. I don't ever plan to contact you again. Not even for family matters. I hope Clint lives a good life. It's just unfortunate that I won't ever be part of it. This is the last goodbye I'll ever say to you.
Hey, Amy. You guys have a really huge plot of land, right? It's okay if I use some of it to park my car, right? Actually, I've already parked my car on your land. Thanks so much for the help.
Wait, what? Mina, I thought I told you not to do that. It's not okay for you to park your car on our land. I didn't give you any permission to do that. I really need you to move your car elsewhere as soon as possible.
Why are you being so selfish? I'm just asking for a tiny favor as a friend. Do you know how expensive parking is in this area? If I park on your land, it's completely free.
That might be the case, but I didn't give you any permission. I'm sorry, but we can't lend you any of our land to park your car.
I'm not doing anything wrong. Why won't you let me leave my car there?
I'm really sorry, but I can't allow you to park your car there. We need that plot of land to be empty for when we really need to use that space.
Why are you being so mean to me? I thought that we were fellow mom friends.
It doesn't matter if we're friends or not. Would you please just move your car?
If you're not going to let me park here, I'm going to tell my kids to ignore your kids.
Wait, what? They have nothing to do with this.
If we can't get along well, then I don't want my kids to be hanging out with your kids. Your kids must be so selfish, just like you are.
That's crazy. Don't get our children involved in this.
You do know that most of the moms in the area like me a lot more than you. If you're not careful, I'm going to tell all of them to ignore your family. It's going to be so fun watching your kids get bullied at school.
Hey, Dad. What's the matter? I wasn't expecting to get a message from you. Are you in some trouble? How can I help? Yeah, I'm having some trouble. It's about our plot of land.
Are you okay? Would you be able to explain to me what's happening? Is it trespassers again? Or are people using our land as a campsite again?
Actually, it's not that big of a problem. It's just that one of my mom friends is using a part of our land as her personal parking spot.
Is she really your friend?
Well, kind of. She tells me she wants to park there so she doesn't have to pay any parking fees. I keep telling her to stop. I told her that I didn't give her permission, but she won't listen. Now she's threatening me by saying that she'll make all the other local kids ignore my children. I thought I should maybe just listen to her and let her park there for free. I don't want to cause any trouble for the kids.
No, you can't just let her do what she wants. If you don't stop her now, she's just going to keep asking you for more and more. Her demands are never going to stop. How about we make a fence around the land so she can't get in?
That's actually a great idea. I didn't think about putting up a fence.
I'm pretty sure that putting up a fence would discourage her from parking her car there.
Yeah, that's so true. Thanks so much. I'll give it a go.
Yeah, let me know if you need any help with it.
What the hell is going on? Why is there a fence around your land now? I had to put the fence up to prevent people from using our land without permission. Wait. Did you put up the fence to stop me using it as a parking spot? That's so funny! It was kind of pointless, though.
Wait, what?
You have such a big piece of land. Just let me use a tiny portion of it to park my car. We're friends, aren't we? I smashed down some of the fence so that I could park there again. I need to leave my car here for around 1 week this time. Thanks so much as always. You broke the fence? You can't do that. You're not getting away with this. It's way too late. I've already parked my car there and I don't want to move it. Also, you should never have even put the fence up in the first place. It was just a waste of time. If you hadn't put the fence up, your car wouldn't have had to get damaged either. What a shame.
What are you talking about?
When I tried to break the fence, I went too fast and crashed into the car inside the fence. It's kind of ruined. My car was completely fine, though.
Are you serious? Did you really damage the car that was parked inside the fence?
Yeah, it looked pretty bad, actually. I drive a huge Jeep, so your car was completely crushed. It was like a scene from an action movie. I wish someone was there to film me.
How could you do such a thing? That car is so expensive. I'm going to need you to pay for the repairs.
Yeah, whatever. There's no way that car is expensive. I know it's a cheap second-hand car. It was probably about to break down anyway, so I'm not paying for the repairs. Why should I bother repairing a piece of junk? Also, this only happened because you decided to build a stupid fence to begin with.
Do you really think that you can just get away with this? You trespassed on the land that I own and broke the car that was parked inside. Everything that you did is a crime.
Stop making such a huge deal out of this. That car was a piece of junk anyway. You should have just let me borrow your land because we're friends. I've got to get going now. Goodbye.
Wait, you can't just leave. We have to talk this out properly.
Sorry, but I don't have the time to be talking to you. I'm going on vacation for a week, like I said. I'm going to leave my car there for a week, so please make sure nothing happens to it.
I can't believe it. Our kids go to the same school, so I wanted to solve this peacefully between us. I guess that's not going to be possible with you.
Yeah, I don't plan on discussing any of this with you. You just need to let me park there and the problem is solved.
Okay, that's it. I give up trying to talk to you.
You give up? Does that mean you're finally giving me permission to use your land for free? Thanks so much. I guess that means you finally let me win this battle. I'll make sure to buy you a souvenir as a way to show how grateful I am. See you in a week! Hey, I'm back! This is some kind of joke, right? I didn't expect to come back and see this.
What are you talking about?
You surrounded my car with tons of other cars so that I can't get out, right?
So you finally decided to come and get your car. You saw what's happening, right? Your car is stuck there for now.
Actually, I managed to get it out by smashing the other cars in the way.
Are you serious?
Of course I am! How else was I supposed to get my car out of there? I just ran over and crushed the other cars like I did to your fence the other day. I told you that my car was a huge Jeep, right? I love the power. It was so satisfying running over all those other pieces of junk. I think I crushed like 10 other cars. I wonder how much longer you're going to be feeling satisfied for. Why is that? Are you planning on asking me to pay for the repairs again? That's not going to be possible because the other cars were pieces of junk. They have no value in the first place, so I can't pay anything. It was your fault that you put them in the way of my car in the first place. Can you really say the same thing to the actual owners of those cars? Wait, what are you trying to say? You gathered all those cars there just to annoy me, right? I didn't gather any of those cars. Then whose vehicles were they? That spot is a parking lot for customers. All those cars you crushed were the property of the customers who were using that parking lot. You were being selfish and parking your car in the middle of that parking lot. That's why I kept asking you to move your car. That can't be true. Are you telling me that all those cars that I crushed belonged to people? Yeah. Each one belongs to a different customer. Why didn't you tell me that before I crushed them? I wouldn't have done what I did if you had told me about it. Why should I have to tell you about it? You parked there without my permission and decided to come and get the car when it was convenient for you. How was I meant to know when you were coming to get your car? I thought I told you that I was going on vacation for a week. You should have known that I was coming back today. This is all your fault and your responsibility. Why would it be my responsibility? I never gave you the permission to park there. What are you talking about? You said that I could do whatever I wanted to do with the land. I never said anything like that. You barely even gave me a chance to say anything. You kept on sending texts until you were satisfied and then just left. I didn't give you any permission to park there. You're being so unfair. You can't be telling me this after the accident happened. The land is your property anyway. You need to take responsibility for any accidents that happen on your land. I really have nothing to do with this because I don't own any of that land. I've got to get going now. I need to unpack for my lovely vacation. Wait, you can't just leave. We haven't solved anything. We need to talk this out.
Hello, and nice to meet you. Is this Mina's number?
Yeah, it is. Who is this? Why are you texting me so early in the morning? Isn't it a little rude?
Maybe it is, but you seem to be pretty rude as well. I am Amy's father.
Wait, what? Why the hell are you contacting me, you creep? You must be contacting me about the car accident that happened yesterday.
Yes, that's what I want to talk to you about. Although I wouldn't call it an accident. I was planning to come and talk to you about it yesterday night, but I thought that it would be a little rude. I wouldn't want to scare your children after all. That's why I decided to wait till the morning to contact you.
I see. It's pointless trying to talk to me about it, though.
Why would it be pointless?
I have nothing to do with the plot of land. I really don't care about any accidents that happen there. I left Amy to deal with that accident, and she is going to be taking all responsibility for what happened there.
Are you sure you have nothing to do with it? The drive recorder on my car has recorded footage of you crushing over 20 cars in that parking lot. I filed a police report and gave them all the video evidence that we had of you destroying those cars. I'm sure that they will be getting in contact with you soon. I am going to be demanding that you pay everyone the fees to fix their cars.
Wait, hold on a minute. Did you really get the police involved? This all happened on a private piece of land.
That doesn't matter. I still reported you to the police.
Stop lying to me like that. I know that you're just bluffing. I can't believe both you and your daughter are so immoral.
That's it. I've had enough of you already.
Why are you getting so mad?
The incident may have happened on our piece of land. However, it only happened because you trespassed onto our land. That in itself is a crime.
What are you talking about? Me going into your land isn't a crime. I'm her friend, you know.
You also decided to break our car while trespassing in our property. That is an even heavier crime.
Whatever. Stop making up all these crimes that don't exist. Is your brain really okay? You must be pretty old, right? I'd recommend that you go to a hospital to get it checked.
You really don't want to admit you're at fault, do you? You're the one that needs to get a mental health check. It's already confirmed that you're going to have to pay for all the repair fees.
Wait, what? I don't have any money to pay for any repairs. Are you stupid? How am I meant to pay for something if I don't have the money? Even the police can't force me to pay for something that I don't have the money for.
Maybe the police can't. I'm sure that we can force you to pay us back. We've got people for that, you know. Enforcers.
What are you saying? Are you in a gang?
My daughter doesn't think too well of my occupation. She doesn't want her kids to know what I do. But it is what it is. The only reason she has such a big plot of land is because I'm the leader of Arrow Brotherhood.
You're the leader? You're joking, right?
You really think I'm joking? I can prove it to you if you'd like. Do you have any pets?
No, I'm sorry. There's no need for you to prove anything to me.
We've grown so big that we need over 30 cars to travel around. If we all decided to park in the same parking lot, it wouldn't be fair for the locals. That's why we needed that plot of land.
This can't be happening to me. Was I really parking my car in a parking lot for gang members? Were all those cars that I destroyed property of your gang?
So you're finally starting to understand what you've done.
I can't believe what I've done. I really didn't know about any of this.
It doesn't matter if you knew or not. You're not going to get away with this.
Please, don't do anything to me.
You've managed to cause a lot of trouble and stress for my daughter. I can't believe that you also tried to involve my grandchildren in this mess. I'm going to make you pay for all the cars that you damaged. There's no point running away from us. We're going to chase you down till the depths of hell if you try to run. We're going to make you pay no matter what. Don't you dare look down on our gang.
I can't believe what I've done.
What do you want from me? Why did you call me so many times?
You finally replied to me. Why didn't you pick up earlier?
What do you want from me this time?
I want to apologize to you. I'm so sorry about what happened.
Wait, what?
I really didn't know that your father was the leader of a gang. I really had no idea.
Oh, so you heard from him.
I just received a text from him demanding that I pay him $7 million. He's threatening me to pay this ridiculous amount of money. Would you please help me out? There's no way I can pay that.
Why should I help you? I was the one that asked him to do this.
Wait, you asked him to do this?
I had to, because you wouldn't listen to anything that I said. I told you so many times that you couldn't park your car there. You ignored me and kept parking your car there. You damaged my car and so many of our cars on top of that. You also threatened me by saying that you would make all the local kids bully my children. I asked him to help me out because you wouldn't listen to me.
I promise that I'll listen to you from now on. I'll apologize to you for everything that I've done. Would you please not get the gang involved? And please don't report me to the police either.
It's too late for that already.
If my husband finds out about this, he's going to divorce me. He's also going to take my kids for sure, too.
That's what you're the most worried about? I think you deserve to get divorced the moment you trespassed into my property. That's not a normal thing to do. It's a crime, and I'm sure your husband would be very angry if he knew about it.
That's because I didn't know it was a crime. I just can't get divorced right now. I'll have no one that I can depend on if he leaves me.
You also intentionally damaged my father's property and vehicles. That makes your crime even worse, and you're probably going to get arrested for it. I hope you learn your lesson in prison.
Please, would you keep this between us? I'm begging you. I'll listen to anything that you tell me to do. I just don't want my family to abandon me. I don't earn any money and I can't make a living by myself. I'm not able to pay the money that I owe your father. Please convince him to forgive me.
You really are a rotten person. You need to take responsibility for your actions. People like you need to be punished or you'll never learn. Do you not realize how irresponsible your actions were? Actually, it was absolutely insane what you did. You need to be punished. I hope you learn a valuable lesson in prison and come out a better person.
No! This can't be happening to me!
Mina's husband found out about everything that she had done the very next day. He got absolutely furious at her and demanded that they get divorced. He also kicked her out of their house immediately. She actually decided to turn herself into the police, as she was more scared of my father's gang that was looking for her. She asked the police to protect her from them.
I think that she preferred to be punished by the law than be punished by the gang. Even though she's going to prison, she still owes my father a huge amount of money. All of her friends and relatives didn't want to get involved in her troubles, so they all decided to cut ties with her and ignore her completely. Now she has a very lonely future ahead of her. Once she gets released, she is going to have to work for the rest of her life to pay off the $7 million that she owes. If only she had listened to me and found a parking spot elsewhere. What a stupid way to completely ruin her life. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button.